Hi people, Angelina, Sparkling Diva, and today's pick a card reading is going to be on a message from your higher self. We're going to look at the color of your higher self as well, and we're going to look at the color or colors of your essence. It can be the color of your aura or your soul, but in any case higher up, a step higher up than your higher self. And so we're going to look at that. There's animal messages as well, and to finish off, a unicorn card. So we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm really up for that today, and I felt drawn to using these cards that I'm using for this reading. So the love reading that I've mentioned earlier on, well, that's still coming up. For some reason, intuitively, it's not resonating right now. So we're going to look at this. 3 choices. Numbers 1 is the Amazonite. Numbers 2, 1 card of your set is Peach Moonstone. And for number 3 is Sunflower Opal. So just intuit, feel, make your choice however you do that, and I'll see you at your reading. Right, numbers 1, we have for you the 2 color cards for your essence. Maybe one is an aura color of yours, or both, because we usually speak of a primary and a secondary aura layer. So it can also be that both or either one of these is your one of your aura colors, right? And otherwise, these are colors that resonate with your essence, with you on a very high level. And if you don't really feel that or know that, or they aren't your aura colors, then these colors can certainly help you to on your path to develop personally, spiritually, etc. The rainbow is a very high vibration. It basically contains all colors, right? And it could be you have, I'm sorry, I was just, my throat. It could be that you have rainbow sparkles in your aura. Maybe you have a thing for rainbows in nature. When you see them, that you really feel drawn to them, tend to take photographs of them, right? And that means that you do have some connection, affinity with rainbows. And it can also help you to open up, to connect with the angels and the fairies, the higher realms. And it's really very high energy, high frequency rainbow energy. Personally, I always love it. When it comes to crystals, maybe you have that as well if you love crystals. I mostly feel drawn to crystals that have 1 or more rainbows in them. I just love that. And so it doesn't have to be just a one thing. It can be in your aura, and love of seeing rainbows in crystals, etc., etc., and maybe all. Magenta is also a wonderful color. Let's see what's on the card. Connect with your deepest inner knowing, and it can also wake up your enthusiasm for life and inspire you to connect with the higher spiritual realms. And it can also aid to in your discovery of yourself, who you are, what you stand for, etc. And magenta is also in that actually ties in with the discovery of yourself and who you are and what you can do, what you want, etc. Is also the color of the soul star chakra, which is not on the body, it's above the head, and is a second chakra above the head that is not physical, right? It's underneath the stellar gateway. And the soul star chakra is where all your talents and skills are held, also from previous lives, not just from this life. So if you can get to the soul star chakra at some point, you can also reconnect again with all these skills and talents and wisdoms and things that you've learned. The thing is that in the soul star chakra, there's also the family karma, ancestral karma. So you first have to work through that in order to get to these deeper things like the talents, for instance, and the skills and the wisdom. And last day with magenta, and that may also resonate very much with you. For me, that's also the color of Mary Magdalene, the feminine, the divine feminine, which is in your lower abdomen, the sacral chakra area there. So maybe you have a lot of divine feminine energy in you, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Or you have a specific task this life concerning the divine feminine. Maybe the way you are helps other people with that, touches other people with that, your own divine feminine energy. Or you have to maybe this life work on that, right? The sacral chakra is, well, quite damaged in most people, again, whether male or female, but more in the female, in the feminine aspect. But so these colors at least go with your essence, so higher up than your higher self in that sense. And and I'm gonna look at the color of your higher self, or the color that you need right now can also be that. And then we have aqua. So, and aqua, turquoise as well, I think. I think it's because they're very close together, right? Turquoise has a little bit more green in it than aqua. But I think when it comes to color therapy, it's pretty much the same. Is about creativity, discover. Again, I touched upon that with the magenta card, but it's again about learning, finding out who you are and what you stand for, what you want out of life, where your boundaries are. So it's also related to personal freedom, and once you've found that, once you know all these things, then also expressing it, bringing it out in the world. And aquamarine, well, it's basically the same, right? Aquamarine is also related to the ray of Mother Mary, the divine feminine love, the love energy. So there you go again, the divine feminine, right? So maybe that is really a thing for you, developing that within yourself, or doing something with that actively in your life, or or you just exude that so strongly in a balanced way that you automatically touch other people with that. That's really peculiar. That really kind of comes together. And then we have a message from I'm going to stick them in, from your higher self. Right, so these are messages from your higher self that your higher self wants you to know right now. We have an embracing. I embrace and love all of my life. And leadership, I am a beacon of radiance, support, and love. And voyage, I am safe and loved no matter where I am. And with the leadership, with the message especially, I am a beacon of radiance, support, and love, but also leadership itself. In order to be that and to live that, you first have to figure out who you are, what you stand for, what you want, how you're going to do it, and so on and so forth. and also the creativity, right? That's also related to the aqua and personal freedom and so on and so forth. You cannot be a good leader until you have claimed all these things that come from that. Yeah. And I am safe and loved no matter where I am. That made me feel that maybe you think or feel that if only I live here, then I can do this. If only, or it doesn't have to be literal, a literal journey or voyage. If only I have a partner, then I can do X, Y, Z. If only I have X, Y, Z, then I can finally blah, 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 right? And then the message from your higher self is very clear. It's saying that's not true. That's a false premise. You are loved and safe regardless of where you are in life, whether that's a place, in love, with a relationship, or it doesn't matter. You can have it, you can do it, you're right where you're supposed to be. You can have it all right where you are now in life. You do not need to go or have XYZ first in order to, right? And that might actually relate to the leadership, that maybe you feel like, well, first I must do this or be there or have this, that, and the other, and then I can be a leader and be a beacon of support, etc. And then your higher self says, no, that's not true. You can do this now, you can be this now. You do not have to first, So that's the message from your higher self. Now we're going to look at more messages from the animals. Right, your animal, what's it called? Archangel animal cards. We have hedgehog and owl. And the hedgehog, be a magnet for light, love, and joy. And that speaks of both, actually, also the owl, but we get to the owl in a minute. Hedgehog also speaks of if you fill yourself with higher light, with white light mostly, or maybe even diamond light, because these are under the care of Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel used to be white light, can still be, but the higher aspect of Archangel Gabriel's light is diamond. And these days that often comes in, the diamond ray of light. So if you can fill yourself with that, for which you, of course, first have to cleanse and clear and purge your own personal stuff through personal growth, then you automatically also touch other people around you. And that means that you have to be a bit careful with your words. That's mostly with the owl, because this is about also communication and teaching, etc. But the owl, the message also comes up that you automatically touch other people with your vibration. The owls are basically teachers and related always to wisdom, because that energy enlightens people. And also because they have big round eyes. Maybe you also have typical eyes. I'm not going to say round eyes, because not everyone's got that, but eyes that stand out one way or another. Maybe you have that as well. It doesn't have to be, of course, right? But it is possible. And the card comes up to say that you are also a wise teacher, and that you are advised to use your knowledge and wisdom carefully. Because when you communicate, you are not just imparting information, you also raise the frequency of those that you speak to, and it helps enlighten them. It's a sacred mission, but you have to be a little bit careful with that you yeah, not everyone is ready for that. Some people can be a bit scared of when they feel that higher vibration and that light because they're not ready for it. And they could, in actual fact, then lash out. And if you're not really stable at that moment in time, you're going to wobble. It's going to maybe make you even doubt, you know? So, but you can also notice people being drawn to you, and because you have this mission, this sacred mission, it is important that you are careful which words you use when you talk to people. And of course, you can also have a relaxed setting. You don't always have to be a teacher, right? And but be aware that you are clearing and cleansing the energy around you just automatically because of your vibration. And that also means then that you have to take extra care of yourself. Healthy food, enough water, but rest and relaxation as well, right? Because even when it is your mission and your divine purpose, it still costs energy to do that. So your last card we're gonna look at is the unicorn card. Okay, your last card, we have the unicorn. Be a beacon, be an inspiration, light the way for others. And again, this says that you touch other people, help other people. Let's see, just your presence alone. You do not have to do anything in particular. It just goes by itself, by you being you. And you can help uplift them and make them feel better. And yeah, you can help people in that way with your light, with your energy on their spiritual path, just by being yourself. You can, of course, do specific things like maybe workshops or a blog or YouTube channel, but you don't have to. It happens anyway. And so that comes up with on 3 cards for you. And it actually says, and I like this a lot, that you are a way shower, and for you are a beacon, a light who illuminates the path for others and gives them hope. As a spiritual flame, you hold within your energy fields the keys and codes of the knowledge, information, and wisdom that you have earned on your soul journey. And without you being consciously aware of it, your aura reaches out and awakens gifts, qualities, and hidden possibilities in people around you. So it's a powerful thing, right? A spiritual flame. I love that. I really love that. And again, this also, like with the hedgehog, this also speaks of calling on Archangel Gabriel to fill you with the diamond light that I spoke of, so that you can radiate that out, right? And absolutely beautiful message. I hope it resonates with you, and that you found it helpful, got something out of it. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Right, numbers 2, your colors for your essence. Sorry. And this could be your, either one of them can be your aura color, or it's just about your essence, the energy that goes with you on a high level, higher up than the higher self. We're going to look into that as well in a minute. So this is higher up than your higher self. The colors, we have white, enlighten yourself, and we have apricot. And apricot is be happy and feel you're relieved. And white is, basically white contains all colors, right? And meaning it's quite a high energy, because it has all colors in it. All the lessons, all the wisdom, etc. of all the colors are in white. And it's also purity and knowing on a high level that you're loved and being taken care of, that you're not alone, and being able to take care of yourself as well, because you have all the wisdom and lessons, etc., and qualities of all these colors that are in white. And it's a very peaceful, tranquil color. If you call it color, I think white and black aren't considered colors, but okay, I'm just gonna use color. And enlightenment, right? That can come then as well. Innocence, purity, joy. And the apricot is also joy, the orangey color, right? Is joy and happiness and lightheartedness. But it can also help to let go of things that do not serve you. And that can be both cravings, desires, but also stuff like irrational fear for something. Then apricot, it can help heal that. And orange is also a very creative color, an expressive color, and good for your intuition, and it gives joy. And it's also the connectivity. The orange color, apricot, is orangey, right? The navel chakra is all about connecting with other people and on a higher level, and so it's also that. So that's also expression, of course, right? And so a really beautiful combination. Absolutely beautiful combination. And maybe you're now thinking, well, I'm not feeling anything of that at all. I don't feel like I am this enlightened white person. Well, then know that even if you are not experiencing that yet, that it is your essence. You are an enlightened being. And that means that if you can channel it down, you can draw it in, and then anchor it eventually in your being, in your body as well. You can call on that. And and also maybe for some it's important to tune into the color of apricot, that orangey color, for joy, but the healing aspect of that as well. If you're struggling with maybe desires that do not serve you really, or fears and things that don't serve you, then you might also tune into this color to ease that, to soothe that, and to flow it out of your system. You can flow colors through your entire, when you sit quietly and tune in, right, through your entire system, through your body, and then let it flow in from the top of your head, through your crown, flow it through all your entire body, every tissue, everything, until you reach cell level, basically, until you are shining with that color. And that can be so helpful, so healing to do that. Like a shower that comes into your body. So you might want to do that as well if you feel that you can do with some healing or some joy and happiness and creativity, that you're missing that at the moment, and you can tune into that. Now we're going to look at your the color cards for your higher self. So that's a step down. Right, the colors that go with your higher self. So that's a step down, as I said, from the colors we were addressing just now. That was higher up, your essence. Now we have blue and we have coral, and both these cards are actually about healing. And so since that in a way kind of came up with the apricot just now, I think that maybe this is a bit of an issue for you in life. And it can be healing of a variety of things. Of course, it can be physical, but it can also be more mental or emotional. Like the blue is also, of course, the color of Archangel Michael, which is very, very powerful, very protective. It's the divine masculine energy. It's amazing if you can tune into Archangel Michael's energy. It's like, whoa. I've done that once, succeeded at that once, let me put it that way, and it actually almost made me feel sick. It's so unbelievably powerful. And so you can call on Archangel Michael because with his sword, Archangel Michael has a light sword, the sword of truth, etc. But you can call on him if need be for protection, to ask him to cut away things from your aura or your system that do not serve you, that aren't good for you, that aren't yours even, right? And you can ask him to just cut that away. Maybe he needs to chop on cords or whatever. I'm saying that because in the interpretation of this card also speaks of using a sword. You can do that, a blue sword, a divine sword, and at the tip of the sword is that bluish flame of light. And then you can also use that to visualize that sword with that tip and have that touch places in your body, on your body, or where you have pain or problems, and then breathe it in, allow the energy to come in so that it can heal and find some soothing, etc. And this is also, of course, the throat chakra, the color, right? So maybe you need healing concerning expressing yourself verbally, being able to speak your mind with love from the heart, right? And the coral is about being able to allow abundance and synchronicity in your life, but it's also because it's coral red this is supposed to be. There is a bit of orange in there as well, but also reddish, right? Red. It's also to refresh, renew your physical liveliness. Is that a word? And your passion for life, your zest for life, and it can help to release stress and worries and fears, which also kind of in a slightly different way came up with the apricot, right? That's why I'm thinking that maybe this is very important for you, this healing, this letting go, being able to do that. You can use colors for it. Color therapy is incredibly powerful. And it can also, the coral can also help heal broken hearts, or unrequited love and things like that. So if need be, use these colors, right? And for your own benefit. Let's see your I feel drawn to first do the animal cards, actually. We're going to do that now. Right, your animal messages, your animal cards is pig and snake. And the pig, the message is maintain self-worth and self-esteem. And that's because, of course, we came through time to kind of look down our noses at pigs, right? And while in actual fact, they are very, they have like all animals, they have a specific service mission, a sacred mission, and they are pure and beautiful, loving animals. They come from the Pleiades. I'm never certain if I pronounce that correctly in English. Anyhow, that's why you see the blue rose in here in his heart. Because the blue rose is from the Pleiades, and the Pleiades, whatever, is all about healing and love and care and so on. And these animals carry that energy, but we came to look down through time on a pig, like a dirty pig, it's a pigsty, all that kind of stuff, and which is incorrect, and hence this message of maintain self-worth and self-esteem. And considering the messages we had with apricot and the blue and the coral, I think that maybe this is that you are going through some healing or need healing, etc., and that can be part of it, right? And with the snake, snakes come from different universes. They're not from our universe. That happens with more animals or insects. And the message is to live according to your own divine essence. And that was the apricot and white. Now the peculiar thing is snake, well, they can often scare us, right? I mean, I'm so afraid of snakes, but that's not part of the message at all. They have a beautiful message. That's why many old people, ancient people, used snake magic, because they have their energy, and their message is so powerful. The thing is that snakes came in with the original blueprint or essence that they received when they were created. And I feel for this reading, everyone, of course, at a higher up level has that, but I think it's for you maybe time to also, especially with that white, remember your full potential, what you have, what you can do, who you are. Because like I said, the white has all colors in it. So all the wisdom, all the lessons, all the qualities, everything of these colors you have in your blueprint. And that is not damaged, it's still there. And it might take some time to be able to feel that and to tune into that, but you can do that, and it will really, really help you. Maybe you just needed to hear that you are at that level still whole. Nothing has been damaged, or not at that level. You are still you. Now, yeah. So let's look at your higher self messages for you. Also, what I also want to say with the snake card, they, like I said, they come from other universes and not ours, but they step down to, well, direction Earth through Neptune, and there they collect all the wisdom and codes of Atlantis and Lemuria. And that they take that with them when they come here in a physical, snake body. And then they spread that Atlantean and Lemurian wisdom and the codes and all that stuff by crawling over the ground. And they are also very closely connected to Hollow Earth. And I just wanted to say that for you, this is the same. Because I think you really are a very highly evolved soul, but because of the messages that came through about healing, needing to heal, maybe you lost track a little bit this life, or maybe you're not seeing it, or maybe you've gone through something painful in life or of late that needs healing still. That all these healing cards came up, but you have, I think, a very evolved soul. You are an evolved soul, right? And you also hold wisdom and keys and codes from Atlantis and Lemuria. You likely have been incarnated there as well, so you also have this in your system, and you can also work with that and or just embody it, so you radiate it out. And maybe also this connection to Hollow Earth. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it, because if you are indeed that evolved soul, that will come to you in time then, right? I just wanted to say that before we move on to the messages of your higher self. And this is getting far lengthier than I had intended, but never mind. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. We have inspiration. I am receiving divine inspiration now. and gratitude. This is a glorious time to be alive. I am so grateful. Courage. I live life passionately and courageously. Um, I feel this is what you should really try to focus on. Maybe at the moment, because of the healing cards and messages that came up, maybe you don't feel you have much to be grateful for. Then I invite you, if that's the case, if that resonates, to just tune in, sit for a while, maybe grab a pen and paper and start to write down things that you actually really can and should be grateful for. And it can be anything. It can be small, can be things that you took for granted, but that are in actual fact things to be grateful for. It's even stupid, simple things like you can read a book, I hope. I can't because of my neck problem. So if I could read a book, something as stupidly simple, I can read a book, but then I have to hold it up, right? So I don't have to bend my head. But I would be so grateful if my physical body would allow me to read a book normally again. So stuff like that, which is taken for granted by most people, which is good in that sense, but it doesn't always have to be like having loads of money in the bank and having this glorious lover in your life and whatever. There's so many little things we can all be grateful for. Maybe you have beautiful fingernails, beautiful hair, a lovely smile, beautiful teeth. I don't know. Just if that resonated with you, that you don't feel you have much to be grateful for, then start writing things down. What do you have to be grateful for? And I guarantee you there will be a lot. And if you can start to feel that gratitude and grow that so it expands, you will start to attract more and more to you. And it will actually help become more inspired, to feel more inspired. Also, if you feel you're lacking inspiration, I was going to say look up. I'm not certain why. Maybe it can be energetically, maybe literally, that you tend to sit like with your head down or walk with your head down, look at the pavement and not really look up and look at the world around you and people. And I don't know, I feel inclined to really say look up. And the thing is, if you do that, if you well, basically you can do that with me, literally, right? If you look up and also move your shoulders back a wee bit, then you expand. You expand your heart space. Yes, that's it. You expand your heart space if you do that. And if you slouch, if you just round your shoulders and your upper back, then you basically close your heart space. You cannot feel inspired, receive inspiration, express inspiration in that position. And this can be literally, but it can also be energetically, right? So that's very important for you. And this, the gratitude and the courage. Just have the courage to live your life passionately and to go for the things that you feel that you're meant to do and that you can do, that you want to do. And it doesn't always have to be what's considered meaningful. Maybe you just want to go walk around the street dancing or something, or just through your house. Okay, that's a little bit safer to do that indoors. Just have some damned fun in life and then have the courage to do that, and just express yourself. I don't know why that keeps coming up. I just feel that coming up again and again. Express yourself, and that's amazing. That goes right back to the expressing yourself, the throat chakra, the blue, but also the that's verbally expressing yourself, communication. But we also had these two orangey based colors, and orange is also about expressing yourself, but then in different ways. Expressing yourself through your body, for instance, like dancing. Sex is also expressing yourself, is creativity, expressing yourself. And that's why this sacral chakra and the throat chakra are really connected in that sense, because both are about expression. And yeah, Anyhow, I hope it all makes sense because I'm just now, yeah, it's completely out of the blue. This is not premeditated or anything. So your last card, we're gonna look at that. Right, your last card, we have a unicorn portal. Focus your light, listen for a message. So, yeah, what I'm thinking, a portal is an a high frequency space or gateway to another dimension, basically. And you can create one yourself, you can create one in your home, you can visualize one. You can, a more tangible version would be an altar, and you could do that on anything. Maybe you feel drawn to unicorns, maybe it's an angel or angels, an archangel, an ascended master. It doesn't really matter. Anything that you resonate with. It could even be flowers, right? Maybe you feel drawn to roses or just flowers and flower fairies and so on and so forth. It doesn't really matter. They're all light beings and have a vibration and energy. And maybe that is really good for you to do, to create a sort of old altar where you can focus and look at and focus or sit with, and to focus your own energy and to come to drop down in your body with your energy in your lower abdomen. And if you can be there, you can just let go, breathe, feel safe, open up, open your intuition. And then you can also ask for help, or for messages or guidance, whatever it is you are looking for. And it really can be anything that you like I said, you can also visualize this. You can also visualize a space that to you would be like a portal, a sacred space. And it can be a place on the beach, or a meadow, or maybe a piece of grass or garden that's fenced off or something, so it's really, safe and comfortable, and whatever way you want to do that. But I think it can really help you, especially because you have this higher energy, this evolved soul, and it can help you draw in these energies. Like I spoke of the codes of wisdom and Lemuria, and codes of wisdom from Lemuria and Atlantis. And it will, doing stuff like that will allow you easier access to your intuition and to your wisdom and your knowledge. So yeah, that's what I have for you. This is your reading. I do hope it resonates with you and that it's helpful. And thank you for watching. And until next time, bye.